Once upon a time, in a world not so different from our own, there was a planet called Earth. It had seen its fair share of changes throughout its long history, including 5 major ice ages. These ice ages were no small matter. They were massive events that reshaped the entire planet. And now, a question hung in the air, captivating the minds of those who pondered the mysteries of our world. What if another ice age were to begin today? Imagine a world where the familiar warmth of the sun begins to fade, and icy winds sweep across the land. Our story begins with Earth's tilt on its axis, going through its natural cycle of changes. This tilt, combined with a slight wobble in our orbit around the sun, would result in less and less solar radiation reaching the planet. The first signs of this change would be felt in the northern hemisphere as the once lovely summer temperatures slowly start to drop, eventually failing to rise above freezing. As the years pass, the snowfall would begin to accumulate, transforming into thick blankets of snow and ice. Glaciers would form, starting in the northernmost regions of Canada, Scandinavia, and Russia, and gradually spreading their frozen embrace across the land. Dry land would be the canvas on which these icy sculptures would take shape, as the surrounding water would act as a barrier, impeding their expansion. In this new ice age, approximately 25% of Earth's land surface could be covered in ice, a stark increase from the present 10. But the icy tendrils wouldn't be the only change. Sea levels would drop significantly, up to 120 meters, 394 feet, lower than they are today. This drop would close off the Mediterranean Sea from the Atlantic Ocean, reshaping the very geography we know. Rainfall and melting glaciers would create new bodies of water, altering river paths and forming lakes in regions unaffected by the ice. Land bridges would emerge once again, connecting distant lands and bringing countries closer together, while opening up new frontiers for migration. However, as enticing as these new opportunities may seem, the icy grip of the Ice Age would render many regions uninhabitable. Surviving the cold would require migrating away from the iciest parts of North America and Eurasia. The remaining tropical forests near the equator would become refugees for the planet's flora and fauna, struggling to adapt to the harsh conditions. But what about us, the human inhabitants of this frozen world? During the most recent ice age, our species emerged and flourished, thanks to the land bridges that allowed us to spread across the globe. We adapted to the changing climate, developing new tools and clothing. As the Earth warmed once again, we mastered the art of farming, securing our place as the dominant species. But in a new ice age, the challenges we would face might prove more difficult to overcome. With a significant loss of agricultural land, overcrowding in the habitable regions would create chaos and unrest. Competition for basic necessities would intensify, pushing humanity to its limits. However, amidst the cold darkness, a glimmer of hope emerges. You see, based on current climate science and the levels of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere, it is believed that we may have postponed the next possible ice age by about 500,000 years. Our relentless emissions of greenhouse gases have not only postponed the inevitable, but they might have made it impossible altogether. So while freezing over may not be an immediate concern, the consequences of global warming and melting ice should be at the forefront of our minds. As we conclude our tale, we are reminded that Earth is a dynamic and ever-changing planet. Its history has shown us that it has the power to shape and reshape itself, testing the resilience of all life forms that call it home. Let this story serve as a reminder to appreciate the delicate balance we have and the importance of caring for our planet, not only for our sake but for the countless generations that will come after us. With that said, thanks for joining us on this captivating journey into the world of ice ages. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the wonders that surround us.